So first of all, the scene that we did in the plane,
So
harrowing.
I did it with Dominic Miguelia, and she had a very different day. She had to cry all day, and she was very upset. I had a ball. I was just ad-libbing and playing around. I had a very different experience. And then I stuck around to watch this guy singing to a dolphin, and watch. I stuck around to watch because it was so funny.
There's like shaking the van, we're supporting the dolphin, and he's over there like, people are dying. There's a lot.
Well, hi guys, thank you so much for having time to talk to us.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Thank you. So I am a huge fan of the show, and when I think of The Boys, I mean, actually love it and hate it at the same time, because there are some images that they will never leave my mind. They are just stuck with me forever and ever. So
examples.
Yes.
We're getting
examples.
there.
Oh, you want? Oh, the dolphin scene, the octopus. Well, there are many with you.
So
actually.
I absolutely agree.
There was a giant penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to know if you actually remember some of the scenes, maybe watching it later, and you were like, "Whoa, that's a scene I will never leave my mind ever."
Yeah, every scene with Timothy for me will never leave my mind. It's always weird, because it's not so much the texture of the octopus. It's like the wetness. There's like water, and it's just gross.
I thought it was wonderful. We had such a different experience though, because the scene was so much fun to do. What I've learned about the show is whenever I read a script and I read something on the page, that I'm like, we're jumping sharks. We've got Fonzie in a pool and a shark. I shut up now because every time I think something's going to be too much, it becomes one of my favorite scenes. Like basically most of what you do.
Like the whale scene.
The whale scene, the riding the
That
whales,
was
insane. Killing the dolphin was hilarious. Sorry, Greenpeace.
You actually saw that because it was shot on the same day of the plane scene, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because that's a very dramatic scene. Was it fun for you, or at least like, watching him doing a full of him stuff?
Well, so first of all, the scene that we did in the plane,
So harrowing.
I did it with Dominic Miguelia, and she had a very different day because she had to cry all day, and she was very upset. I had a ball. I was just ad-libbing and playing around. I had a very different experience. And then I stuck around to watch this guy singing to a dolphin, and watch. I stuck around to watch because it was so funny.
There's like shaking the van, we're supporting the dolphin, and he's over there like, people are dying. There's a lot.
And going back to the beginning for a moment, I know, Antony, that when you first got the call, to audition and all that, you were like, yeah, I'm not really sure if this is for me. What was that? Why?
Actually, it was not. That's not. You've done a lot of homework. I see. You have. Good for you. It's really nice to have someone that's done that. However, what actually happened is I was filming something in the middle of New Mexico, in the middle of nowhere, and quite frankly, I just didn't have time. I was on set all day, every day, leading this film, and I was told about this project, and everyone involved with it was great, but I just didn't have time. And then, out of anger, my reps kept saying, "This is a good one. You need to put a tape down for it." And so I just went into my trailer at lunchtime and spat an audition out to my iPad, and then sent it, almost like a rage audition.
Wow, that's
and then went, "I love it!" And I was like, "What?" And then I read the script. I was like, "Okay, what is it?" And the problem was in the first episode, I'm only in 2 scenes. And that was all I got. So I didn't know. And then I looked at the source material and I was like, you can't put any of this on TV. So I took a punt based on the people involved, and I'm so glad I did, because it's been one of the most enjoyable experiences of my career.
And we can't imagine a better Homelander. And at the same time, The Deep, I think, is just such a complex character, and it must be really hard to portray him because he's like a monster, but we feel sorry for him in a way, and he's so vulnerable. So how did you manage to actually accomplish all of this?
I don't know. I think at the beginning of it, I didn't know he was going to be this, assault on Aaron Moriarty's character, and it was difficult, like getting that note to have to do that, and it was I was kind of nervous to do it and have to talk about it and to actually film it.
So what I noticed about that is that it was a really difficult moment for Aaron, and for both of you to get your heads around that. But I think you handled it really well, and I think the show's never been afraid to shy away from issues of meaning, and yeah, they did a great job, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I noticed that we were talking, off camera. You went to Buenos Aires and you went to Argentina.
I did,
You
yeah.
enjoyed that a lot, right?
I loved it. The city was amazing. The food
Right.
was incredible. The chimichurri was great. The
I
steaks
know.
were incredible. Yeah,
it's
Right.
good meat.
yeah, it was good meat.
As a New Zealander, I know that there's good
Yeah.
meat. Yeah, good beef.
And well,
Yes.
to wrap up, there's so many speeches on The Voice. Like we have the sinister birthday speech we have from Homelander, and we have so many others, The Voice, Hugh, etc. Do you remember a movie that has, like a speech that you would steal from, and you're like, I would use this in a wedding maybe one day, or a monologue that you remember from a movie that you love?
From the show or from?
From the show, it can be from the show, or it can be from another movie.
Oh my goodness!
I know,
What a
right?
question.
Yeah,
Okay,
like-
I'm just gonna go into the. I'm gonna launch it. My favorite speech that I've done on the show. I don't know that I could use it anywhere, but it was at the Believe Expo season 1. I think it's episode 5, but my memory's pretty phasey. It's getting worse as I get older. But it was a very Messiah complex sort
Okay.
of speech, and it ended up in a Christ pose, and it was
Oh,
very maniacal and twisted and spooky for everyone. So I'm not sure that would be a good speech for a wedding.
No.
But that's the first. It's one of my. It's my favorite
That works.
speech because it was also at this Christian festival.
Right.
It's very funny.
Or maybe if you want to ruin the wedding, that would work as well.
Which I probably wouldn't, but depending on the person, you never know.
Exactly. And finally, last question. We are Malditos Nerds, which is dumb nerds, and we love gaming as well. We are gamers.
Yes.
Do you remember a game? I don't know if you are or not, but maybe Call of Duty. If you played a game when you were
Right.
growing up, it can be Tetris, Mario. I mean, it can be anything. It doesn't need to be like hardcore gaming that you remember.
GoldenEye, James Bond for me was kind of the number one. Yeah, and Mario Kart. That was kind of the thing. What about you?
I know
Oh
Mario
my God,
Kart.
I'm gonna show my age.
What?
I had an Atari.
You had an Atari?
No.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to come over and play? We just got to rewind the tape or load the tape up. 40 minutes later, we can play a game. Frogger. I love Frogger.
Oh
But
my
then
God.
also, you say Call of Duty.
I said Call of Duty.
I love Call of Duty.
I
I'm
know.
terrible at it, though.
I
That's the
know.
one that
It's
I
like-
want. Sorry, go
It takes skill. No, sorry. It takes skill.
No,
I'm terrible.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It takes a lot, practice.
Right.
It takes practice. I'm not skilled at anything, and I can do it. So.
Don't worry, me neither. I just play all the buttons.
And Halo.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time again. I
Thank
love
you.
the
Thank
show.
you so much.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yes.
sweetheart.
Thank you so much.